And so here is New Orleans. 4-point game. Down low. White the pass to Gilmore. For three. Ja Morant with the rebound. And so Morant will bring it up for Sacramento. Pass to Maverick. Off target from three-point range.
Well, that's what the defense has to do. Make that shot as uncomfortable for him as possible.
Now Chamberlain. Now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
And guys, the best thing about Kawhi picking up assists is that it's contagious. When you've got a dominant scorer setting his teammates up, and everyone falls in line.
Now here's Morant. We saw him with 29 points last game. Pass to Chamberlain. Outside, White. Chamberlain a screen. Releases. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. And this game is tied up now.
Well, for obvious reasons, this coaching staff has a lot of confidence in White running the pick and roll.
Maverick, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
The Kings have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. Sacramento making a switch here. So he gets them both. For New Orleans, they've gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. Here's Leonard, and he uses the glass on the layup. Leonard's got 5.
What strength from Leonard there, not allowing the defense to get the best of him.
People like to debate, and Greg, I don't know if this is you, what's better, Kawhi's defense or his offense?
Well, Kevin, I'll say this. Even if he was a subpar defender, his offense alone would have him among the league's top players. But his defense isn't subpar. At its best, it's elite.
Kings have gotten just 3 of their first 9 shots to go down in this game. Jones kicks to Leonard. Reed with a screen on Mathurin. Leonard with the bucket. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stance for the Pelicans?
Well, our coaching staff has to be happy with how active they've been defensively, forcing turnovers and making the offense uncomfortable.
And another thing, guys, they've been very active tonight, frequently creating scoring opportunities off turnovers.
Here's Maverick, White covering. Pass to Polonese. Another shot, and the layup is up and in.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Outside Leonard. Here's Jones. Shoots the 3. Polonese with the rebound. There's 1:59 left in the first quarter. Pass to McHale. Reed with the rebound. The Pelicans have gone 6 of 14 shooting the ball since the start of the game. That falls. Nice feed that time from Leonard. Oh, wow, guys. Doesn't look good. We've got an injury here.
And I feel like we see this all too often. Injuries, they play such a big part of the game.
Yeah, these kind of things really test your depth. Hopefully, it's not too serious.
Walker's checked in for McHale. There's 1:38 left here in the first quarter. Pass to Maverick. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
The Kings shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game. Here's Jones. Hasn't made one yet. Pass to Wallace. Outside Leonard. And here's White. Back to Leonard. 6 on the shot clock. Beyond the arc. Out of bounds. Sacramento takes possession. Sacramento's gone, just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Colonies the pass to Walker. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark. For New Orleans, they've gotten 7 of their first 16 field goal attempts to go down here in the first. Pass to Reed. A 3 from Leonard, and that's a foul called on Naz Reid. That is his first foul of the game. The Kings trailing. McCollum outside. Walker is screen on Jones. It's McCollum with the drive. Chalk up 2 there.
Yeah, McCollum is so good at putting his head down and getting where he wants to go.
Jones looking for an opening. Pass to Leonard. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's his first trip to the line.
Shooting 2.
He misses the free throw. And he's good on the second. Here's Maverick. The shot misses. Kawhi Leonard has been on display for the Pelicans. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. Right back after this break. And we welcome you back to the second quarter of this exciting play-in game. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from New Orleans?
Throughout that first, they just were aggressive on the defensive end, showing active hands.
Yeah, this defensive game plan is working very well, putting constant pressure on the offense and forcing a lot of mistakes.
On the court for Sacramento, we've got C.J. McCollum. He's out there with John Morant. Carter is out there with Walker. And it's Polynice in at the 4-man position. And it's Leonard missing.
Well, that is stifling coverage on the perimeter. That's how you stop a good shooter in his tracks.
Morant dishes to McCollum. 4 on the shot clock. From past the arc, bangs home the trifecta. And it's a 6-point Kings lead.
Yeah, McCollum is a real danger at the arc. He's an efficient long-range bomber.
Stolen by Walker. 4-on-3 break. Chamberlain with the block. And they'll keep possession. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Pass to Gilmore. And here's Leonard from 3. Good on the 3-point shot. Leonard's got 12 points in the game.
That's his 3rd triple of the night, forcing the defense to extend out.
Now here's McCollum. To the inside, Polynice. Gilmore grabs the miss. Pelicans trailed by 5. Doubled by McCollum. Going inside, and he lays it straight in.
I love the way he went with the bounce pass there. Great awareness.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. And the Pelicans making a change here. White's checked in. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Morant with the bucket. Morant's got 6 points.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
Puts up a deep 3. And again, New Orleans with the triple.
And I like the way they're using the entire court here in the second quarter. The three-point percentage has gone through the roof.
Walker with his screen for McCollum. Pass to Walker. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Chamberlain got 4 rebounds now tonight. And let's get an update on Kevin McHale's injury. David, what's the story?
Well, guys, I had a moment to catch up with Sacramento's head athletic trainer. He told me that although he twisted the knee pretty badly, nothing looks like it's torn. And you couldn't have a worse time for this injury, Kevin, especially as the last games of the season are approaching.
Okay, Dave, thanks. Sounds like he won't be out for too long. Here's Morant, following the basket made by Wilt Chamberlain. McCollum passes to Morant. Walker is screen on White. To the paint, just 5 to shoot. Pass to Chamberlain. McCollum against White for the 3. Colonies with the rebound. Colonies has got 5 rebounds tonight. Floats it up for Walker. And here's the fast break. Leonard with the ball. And it's Carter picking him up. New Orleans moving the ball around. From the arc. And it's Leonard missing. And so Morant will bring it up for Sacramento. It's McCollum on the wing. Light covering. Great open look there. McCollum's got 8 points here in this quarter.
And that's an element McCollum brings to their offense, the ability to drain the outside shot. It stretches the defense and makes them keep bodies on the perimeter.
And timeout called by Willie Green. He's ready to talk things through with the team. Wallace is checked in for New Orleans. And so it's New Orleans with it, trailing by 2. Here's Leonard, and it's sent back by Carter, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Carter. And right now, let's watch that terrific swat.
Yeah, quick thinking pays off big. What a block.
Leonard against Carter. Clock at 6. Leonard kicks to Wallace. Launches it. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got his 3rd assist on the night. 6 changes of the lead here.
Yeah, both teams still kind of feeling their way through this game.
Walker with his screen for Morant. And McCollum now atop the key. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Now a veteran in the NBA, C.J. McCollum, seems to have adjusted nicely, don't you think, to his role as elder statesman.
Kevin, even going back years, I always thought that C.J. McCollum was one of the most consistent guys in the league. Seems like every time you check the box score, he'd have over 20 points, but never like 40, just every night. Pencil him in. 20 to 30 in those range, 5 or 6 assists, high percentage. This guy is as consistent as they come.
You have to admire the physical nature of Wallace's game. On both ends, he puts the power in forward.
Reed, he's checked in for the Pelicans. Benedict Mathurin, he's checked in for the Kings. Maverick comes in for John Morant. Here's Maverick. He has 7. McCollum right side. Reed with the rebound. And the ball out of play. The Kings will inbound. McCollum deciding where to go with it. Pass to Maverick. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
The Kings shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. He's off on the first. And the second free throw, good. And so White will bring it up for New Orleans. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Hey, Coach, what about Naz Reid after going undrafted back in 2019? He is really showing him, isn't he?
Well, Kevin, what a story.
Take a break.
Uncommon skill level for a player of his size. He can shoot the ball. He can handle the ball. He's got a lot in his arsenal.
And the first one at the line is good.
Well, the biggest thing Naz Reid brings to your team, spacing. Reid can play the 5 and hit threes. There aren't a lot of guys like him.
Both free throws good from Reid.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
Back to McCollum. Here's Polynice. Reid with the rebound. Reid's got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Wallace. Here's Leonard. And that's a foul called on Naz Reid. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. The Kings trail by 4.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
On defense, New Orleans. They lead by 4. Over to the left wing. There's the pick. Maverick passes to Polonese. And pushing it up, here's New Orleans. Out to White. Lets it go with a 3. Wallace. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off.
A great finish off contact. Wallace flexing on these guys.
The Pelicans have shot 5 of 6 at the foul line tonight.
One shot.
Free throw, no good for Wallace.
And he didn't go to the line once in the first half. But now he's figuring out how to draw contact and get himself to the line.
Here's Maverick. Last time out, he had 38 points. That one drops for him.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
1:53 left to play here in the second quarter. Pass to Wallace. Sacramento grabs the miss. Polonese has got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done.
So do you sit him with 3 fouls? Big decision for his coach here.
To the left side wing. Outside Mathurin. And a wide open look for McCollum. Good on the triple. Now just a 1-point Pelican lead.
Well, he's been very efficient in this quarter. Keep getting him the ball.
To the middle. Sacramento grabs the miss. 1:05 left to play in the first half. The shot's good from Carter. Guys, 7 times the lead has changed hands here now.
Yeah, and that number should easily top double figures before it's over.
Now here's White. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Here's Wallace. No good, unable to end this run. They have a chance to go 2 for 1 here.
Let's see how they play the clock.
Pass to Maverick. The Kings have put up good numbers at the charity stripe, converting 6 of 7. The first one falls. And good on the second, so he makes them both. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And it's blocked. A good look from McCollum. Hits the jumper in space. McCollum's got 13 points now in the quarter.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
C.J. McCollum, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Sacramento. He put together quite a quarter, 13 points in all, and he looks to be planning for more. We come back right after this.
First half of this postseason contest, and it hasn't been a great game so far for the New Orleans Pelicans.
This game won't stay close. They continue to shoot under 40%. Move the ball, man. Create high-quality looks.
They also miss some shots they normally make, so there's that.
Taking a look at the situation for the Sacramento Kings. They've got a good chance of landing that 8th seed position and avoiding seeing their season come to an end.
Those high stakes should keep them from sweating. There's nothing more dangerous than a team with their season on the line.
Yeah, momentum can shift. Anything could happen. They gotta finish strong.
And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back to Kevin Harlan, who has the second half call.
And welcome to the second half of this high-stakes play-in clash. You know, C.J. McCollum has been exceptional here, guys.
And the bulk of his damage so far has come from the perimeter. A lot of threes early on.
And defensively, they're giving him too many good looks out there. They need to start running him off the line.
Here's Morant. We've got Kawhi Leonard. Chamberlain is out there with White. And it's Gilmore in at the 4. That's the Pelicans 5. Maverick passes to Carter. Just 5 on the clock. Walker a screen. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
Obviously, Vince Carter's ability to defy gravity is eye-catching. But everything else he does on the floor equally is important. He is a complete player.
Shoot 2.
The first free throw is good. Carter hits them both.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Pass to Gilmore. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one's on Morant. And Coach Derek White spent his first 4.5 seasons with the Spurs and Coach Greg Popovich, who did a lot to boost his confidence.
Yeah, Kevin, White was a late first-round pick. He's a humble guy, very hardworking. I don't even think he realized he could be this good.
And he makes the first.
Well, White is such a well-rounded player. He can run the offense, act as an off-ball threat, he sets screens, and he's an all-defensive team level player. He checks a lot of boxes.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Sacramento leading by 5. Floats it up for Walker. And stolen by Chamberlain. Looking to get back on track here. He takes it up and lays it in. He's got 9.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break.
And it's Mathurin missing.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
And even 3-on-3 break. Pass to Maverick. No good on the 3. It's a close game here in New Orleans. From deep three-point land, Walker with the rebound.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's jacking him up from way out there these days. You want guys to stay within themselves.
And so it looks like the Kings will retain possession here. Five on the clock. Here's Morant. Blocked again.
Well, 4 failed attempts to start this half. Not what they wanted out of the locker room.
Leonard finds White for the tie. And it's Mathurin with the rebound.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Carter, the pass to Morant. To the paint, Walker. That misses off the backboard.
Well, credit the defense there. Bothered him enough that he couldn't get it to go down.
Pass to White. They set the pick. Knocked away. Gilmore passes to White. He nails it, and we're tied up. White's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Look, shooting off the catch is something White's become really good at.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. New Orleans making a switch here. Reed's checked in. And here's Moran. He'll bring it up for the Kings. Right around 3 minutes into the second half.
Yeah, when Morant gets a step to the hoop, he's looking to drop the hammer on you.
Pass to Reed. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Morant. That'll be his second foul of the game. Pass to White. Knocked loose. Morant with it. He's picked up by White. Here's Maverick. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
For Sacramento, they have shot 10 of 11 at the line. Nice work so far for them.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. He's perfect from the line this time.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
Outside, White. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. 5 to shoot. Here's Leonard. Good work defensively by Carter. Sacramento leading by 4. Maverick passes to Morant. Here's Maverick. Lets the 3 fly. Again, the miss by the Kings. Morant against White. Here's the 3. They get it again. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Kings.
Well, I love how aggressive they've been. They've been taking it right into contact, and then they're going to the line and converting.
And we also got to talk about the damage they've done inside. The opposition having a hard time keeping that ball out of the paint.
That free throw, no good. And he sinks the second. Kings leading now by 3. And here's Morant. He's got 8. A nice shot by Maverick.
Yeah, that's a great find by Morant. He draws so much attention, there's usually someone open.
Morant against White, looking to end his cold spell, and he sinks the layup. 11 points in the game.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Here's the screen. Morant passes to Mathurin.
And battling against the interior of that defense, nice to see that Mathurin has that toughness.
First trip to the line for him here.
Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw missing.
And I like the drive of this kid. Mathurin, really a team player.
He hits the second from the line. Pelicans trail by 5. Pass to Chamberlain. Outside, White. 6 to shoot. There's the 3. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Polynesia's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. And Leonard has it in the corner. Sacramento grabs the miss.
Well, I hate to say it, but he hasn't done a lot to help their cause tonight. He's been a little erratic from the floor.
With some arc, that's in for his 5th make of the night. Now shooting at a 50% clip, 5 for 10. And so it's Willie Green here calling timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. McCollum's checked in for the Kings. Pelicans trail by 7. From deep three-point land, Walker with the rebound. Walker's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Down low. And so Sacramento again turning it over.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
And here's White. He'll bring it up for New Orleans. New Orleans moving it around. Gilmore passes to Leonard. Kawhi drills the three-pointer.
You set him up more often than not. Leonard will knock him down.
Pass to Maverick. Gilmore grabs the miss. Well, for New Orleans, shooting is leaving something to be desired. Just 36% here in the 3rd quarter. Sacramento's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the 3rd. Morant outside. Got a piece of it, and he recovers it. Buries it down low. Morant's got 4 points this quarter.
Morant using that quickness to his advantage. That time he gets that one to fall.
For the tie. Rebound by the Kings. Here's Maverick, and the layup is good after a nice lead pass. And it's a 5-point Kings lead.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
Chamberlain with a screen on Morant. Pass to Gilmore. Shot clock at 6. Back to White. Connects from three-point range. White's got a pair of threes now here in the third for New Orleans. Morant passes to Maverick. 1:33 left in the third quarter. Fires from 18. Wilt Chamberlain with the rebound. Chamberlain got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Leonard, no luck. The Kings shooting 43% from the floor. Maverick passes to Mathurin, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, that athleticism of Mathurin is what makes him such a tough one to guard.
Super 2.
First free throw is good. And the Kings making a change here. Carter's checked in. Mathurin hits them both. Pelicans trail by 4. White the pass to Chamberlain. White with it. Guarded by Morant. Pass to White. Here's Chamberlain. Kept alive. Sacramento leading by 4. Morant dishes to McCollum. And it's good. 2 points. And that's 17 points for C.J. McCollum.
Well, that's the thing about McCollum. He can absorb the contact and still complete the play.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Nifty move. And it's good on the layup. 16 points for him.
And not being as aggressive from the three-point line anymore. They had a lot more attempts in that first half.
Morant outside. Buries it from three-point range. Morant's got 7 points here in this quarter.
And he gives up some size on that play, but the defender fails to close the gap.
Well, that's the best way to neutralize that size advantage. Make him defend out on the perimeter.
And so it's Sacramento, bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. And they've done a phenomenal job down low, so many of their points coming right at the rim. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, that's high-level playmaking. He makes it look easy, but it's not.
And thanks for joining us for this fourth quarter of this play-in game. On the court for Sacramento, they've got Benedict Mathurin, C.J. McCollum out there with John Morant. Then it's Walker, and it's Carter in at the small forward position.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
And the basket by McCollum.
And you can tell he's looking for his shot. He just believes in it.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
Now here's Leonard. Poked loose. Stolen by McCollum. Here's Morant. That one falls, coming off Carter's feed. Morant's got the lead up to 12 now for Sacramento. And so White will bring it up for New Orleans. Pass to Gilmore. And there's the defensive 3-second call. And the technical free throw is good. little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. And here's Leonard from three. It's hauled in by the Kings. Morant's got his fourth rebound in this one. Walker with his screen for Morant. Looks for Walker. Gets it to him. And finished off by Walker.
Well, with Morant running the pick and roll, good things usually happen.
Pelicans trail by 13. Leonard the pass to Gilmore. Back to Leonard. New Orleans moving the ball around. White, good.
Yeah, that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Walker with his screen for Morant. And there's the whistle, 3-second violation. Mavericks checked in for John Morant. New Orleans has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Outside Leonard. And it's sent back by Carter.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Maverick, that's in, coming off the assist from McCollum. Mavericks got 24.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
Here's White. Make it 5 for 10 with him in that bucket.
Wow, he's found his game offensively here in the second half. Really has turned things around.
Out left to the wing. Fires it up. Chamberlain with the rebound. Chamberlain got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Here's White. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead. White's got 16 here in the second half. Maverick passes to McCollum. Another 3 for Sacramento.
Well, he's had it going offensively, helping them build this lead.
Lobs it up there for White. And the Kings pushing it up now. McCollum, no good. Pelicans trail by 12. To the left wing. Fires the 3. And they'll get another chance. Chamberlain a screen. From downtown, drops in the tray. 19 points in the game.
Well, he's been more confident shooting it since the half. Let's see if that trend continues.
Driving inside. Chamberlain with the block. Here's Leonard. A ferocity inside by Leonard.
Such a strong wing. Kawhi can more than handle his own down low.
McCollum against White. Here's Maverick. Sacramento again missing.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3. And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Knocks it loose. McCollum against White. Just 4 to shoot. Shoots. McCollum, no good.
Big margin of error right there. You have to work for a better shot.
And the call will go against Benedict Mathurin. That'll be his second foul of the game. Morant, he's checked in for Sacramento. Outside Leonard. White looking around. Chamberlain a screen. The 3. To the wing on the left. Outside Leonard. Pass to White. Chamberlain with a screen on Morant. White, good.
A tough first half, but it's been a different story here since the break.
Maverick passes to Morant. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Morant's got 12 points in just the second half. Now White. Pass to Gilmore. Back to White. Lets it go from deep. And another 3 for New Orleans.
And really, as the 3-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Morant passes to Maverick. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one on White.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2.
Well, you wish he got them all, but at the very least, it's now a 2-possession game.
Oh, you got to feel for a guy getting dunked on like that. I mean, he's got no shot to stop that unless maybe he can pick up another foot somewhere.
Timeout, Kings. Sacramento making a switch here. McCollum's checked in. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
During that break, Sacramento's coach had some words for the team. Coach was really hyping up his guys. He told them, this is what it's all about, fellas. You're in this spot for a reason. Go out and take this win. See if they can follow those instructions, guys.
Thanks, David. Now here's Morant. Walker a screen. Floats it up for Walker. Here's White. Pass to Chamberlain. Over Morant. Out that one. And the Kings lead has been cut to just 1 in the basket from Chamberlain.
Well, he sends it inside where they can get a high percentage look. That's just great basketball.
Walker with a screen for Morant. Puts up a 3. A rebound by Wilt Chamberlain.
Yeah, but the defense was determined not to give him an inch of free space.
Chamberlain a screen. Here he goes. That puts them in the lead. 23 points in the game. We can expect a dramatic end to this one.
Yeah, no quit by either side, guys. Neither team willing to give any run.
Steps back. Morant drives in. Chamberlain with the block. They retain possession. Shot from 16. Another one falls for New Orleans. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for New Orleans.
Well, they're shot blocking. The defensive effort level has been great. You got to love that intensity.
Another thing they're doing well tonight is getting steals, and that can be attributed to their tenacious style defensively. And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
Well, you know this is when they lean on him, and he delivers with a much-needed score.
Drains it from beyond the arc.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
Now here's Morant. Teardrop shot. Good! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
That is world class.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
And there's the call on Maverick. That'll be his second foul of the game. George Niang, he's checked in for McCollum. .44 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Leonard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. They set the screen. Rebound by the Kings.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
Here's Maverick. Top of the key. Yes! And tie game. That is a huge basket right there.
Better to be lucky than good. Got that shot to fall.
And timeout called by Willie Green. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page. Five seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And we're going to overtime. A riveting defensive play to keep them alive. And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from New Orleans. And let's get this overtime session of what has been a competitive play-in game underway.
Here we go.
We've got Derek White. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Chamberlain. And it's Gilmore in at the 4 slot. Pass to Leonard. Takes the 3. And the 3 ball is good. Leonard's got the first points here in the overtime period for New Orleans. Walker with a screen for Morant to the inside. Inside, here's Leonard. Carter pulls it in.
Yeah, he hasn't had the best night from the field, but his teammates have had his back.
Here's Maverick on the 3 off target. New Orleans leading by 3. Leonard kicks to White. The 3 ball. Here's Chamberlain, and the shot goes in.
Well, his rebounding is such a boost for this team, especially when it comes on the offensive end.
He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Fires the 3, gets the 3-pointer to fall. And now an 8-point New Orleans lead.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
And stolen by Chamberlain. And Kawhi drives.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
Well, clearly the defense has had no answer for them. Might be time to try something different.
Timeout, Sacramento. Steven Adams, he's checked in for the Kings. And Sacramento has possession. Here's Morant, and he can't stop the run as he misses.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
Their body language does not look good right now. They're deflated and unable to stop this run.
6 on the shot clock. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. The shot will not fall. The Kings trail by 10, and they're moving it up. Here's Walker. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Good on the first, and that brings them within single digits. And the Kings making a change here. Eibel's checked in.
He needed to convert on all of those. Missed opportunities at the line are the last thing they need right now.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Now here's Morant. From past the arc, Sacramento again missing.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
And you know they feel good giving their fans a show here while taking care of business.
Yep, the crowd gets to go home feeling good about the win tonight. Their team looked impressive.
Here's White after the Kings pick up 2. Nice move. No good on the layup.
And guys, overtime not nearly as competitive as regulation. They'd used up all their energy just getting it to overtime.
Guys, let's just go ahead and call this one. It's over.
Yeah, time is not on their side. The score is not on their side. Nothing you can do.
And they've done it. The New Orleans Pelicans get it done. And after losing the first one, they knew what they had to do coming into this one. They were focused and they were able to solidify their spot in the NBA playoffs.
Yeah, they have to be feeling good. They should celebrate this one.
Thank you for that, David. All right, Greg, that'll do it for this one. You got to
And an opportunity for these guys to get loose, find the range. We're almost at game time, folks. Hello, everyone, and thanks for joining us. We get set to find out who will emerge from the Eastern Conference Play-In Tournament. Winner moves on. Loser goes home. With Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke. This is Brian taking a look at Indiana, considered the favorites. What do you think they need to do to keep going?
Well, you have to play to your strengths. Don't allow your opponent to speed you up or slow you down, and stick to your brand of basketball.
And a look at the starters for Charlotte. They've got Duran, and it's Unseld in at the 3, the small forward. Here's Bryant. No luck on that one. Great D that time from Miller. Now here's Maxey. Defense is right there. Back to Miller. Over Bryant. Miller can't get it to go. On offense, here are the Hornets. Here's Unseld. Oh, what a play! It's snatched out of the air. Credit the block. Blocked. Out of bounds. Pacers ball as Indiana keeps possession. And the fans love seeing incredible moments on defense like that block.
That'll put some fear into the shooters, and he made sure to do it early, too.
Here's Rizachet. Pass to the monster. Now Miller. Covered by Bryant. Here's Rizachet. Fires the 3. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Yeah, that's what Shea is out here to do. He is first and foremost a three-point shooter, a good one at that.
Bryant against Miller. Oh, nice shot by Bryant.
If the defender is giving him that much space, the points are inevitable.
Miller on the wing. Maxey surveys. 6 on the shot clock. Indiana needs to get a shot off. Here's the monster. Misses the 3.
Just one made field goal in 5 tries. Not a good start.
Unseld. Pass to Duran. Here's Bryant. Ooh, lands soft on the front of the rim and drops in.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Miller can't get it to go. The Hornets have gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. And rejected. And it's out of bounds to the Hornets as Charlotte retains possession. And it's Charles Lee calling timeout here. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played so far. Bryant, no good. Indiana trailing here. Pass to Maxey. Here's the monster, covered by Duran. Here's Miller. Off target with the 3.
Boy, the wheels have definitely fallen off in this quarter. He cannot buy one.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Hornets will retain possession. And you got to be in awe of incredible defensive efforts like this.
And that kind of rejection early on energizes your squad. The coaching staff just loves this kind of hustle.
Here's Bryant. Turned in an outstanding game against Milwaukee. Parrish can't get it to fall. Pass to Maxey. Here's Miller. And Indiana misses again.
He hasn't been able to find his touch this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now.
And he lays it in off the breakaway.
Well, the versatility he possesses makes him a very tough cover, guys.
Pass to Parrish. Here's Unseld. Out to the wing. Clock at 6. There's the block. Maxey passes to Miller. Back to Maxey. Miller outside. Shoots over Bryant. Miller can't get it to go.
Not a lot falling for him in this quarter. He's got to stay aggressive, try to break through, see if you can get an easy opportunity. Always helps to get these kinds of looks, right? Super easy to convert from that distance.
Now Maxey. Last game for him, he had 14. Pass to Shea. Miller outside. They set the screen. Shoots over Bryant. Here's the monster. And that one is hammered home.
And it's so hard to stop the putback when you let him live at the rim like that.
Boy, once he gets his hands on it around the rim, it's too late.
How about the activity level, the effort level? This team right now feeding off his energy.
And it's Charles Lee calling timeout here. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Just a superb read on defense to come up with the block.
You know, you can't ask for any better defense than that. He responded so fast to the shooter, and it stifled him.
Bryant outside. Duren with a screen on Miller. Back to Duren. And the dunk by Duren.
Another lead change. Give these teams credit. They're really fighting it out.
Neither team willing to give an inch, and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
The offensive rebound. And they blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance at another one at the stripe.
The defense getting out-hustled on the putback. Can't let that happen.
You have got to put a body on somebody. We talk about it ad nauseum, but you've got to be disciplined with the box outs.
And the Pacers making a change here. Murray's checked in. Pippen, he's checked in for Charlotte. Here's Robertson. He has a clear impact on this offense, putting up over 19 a game. Duren the screen. There's the triple. It's rebounded by Indiana. Left side Maxey. Pass to the monster. Murray with it. Here's the three. Pure from three-point range.
You have to watch Murray closely at the perimeter. He won't hesitate to flex his range.
Well, Grant, when you think of Jamal Murray and all he's been through, health is of utmost importance for him.
Oh, extremely important, B.A., because when Murray is healthy, he's a lethal player and a huge part of this team's success.
All right, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Pacers.
Well, their length and anticipation reflected in their shot-blocking totals, making the extra effort to close things out.
We've got a lot of game left, but boy, they are doing a tremendous job on the offensive glass.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Good on the second one. And so Murray will bring it up for the Pacers. 4-point game. From the arc. And again, it's Indiana with a three.
And I'm just impressed with their effort here early. They've hit the offensive glass so hard.
Pass to Pippen. Crafty move. And that's 2 points on the layup.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
Murray with it. Boy, he just disappeared against New York. They needed him. To the paint. Pass to Ilgauskas. Shot clock at 4. And the layup is up and in. And the Pacers lead by 7.
Grab that one. However, so far they're getting a little out-hustled on the boards.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Moses Moody. That's his first foul of the game. And the Pacers making a change here. Watson's checked in. On defense, the Pacers. Henderson misses. Outside Watson, over Henderson, and it's Watson missing. Hornets trail by 7. Now the Hornets moving it up. Here's Nurkic, and Nurkic throws it down.
That's just about size right there. Big Nurk, get up and get down.
Murray passes to Ilgauskas. 1:56 left in the first quarter. The shot comes out. Charlotte has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Pass to Henderson. Here's Pippen. He's guarded by Nembhard. Pippen, no good.
Hey, sometimes the best looks don't equate to points.
Here's Murray. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Murray's got 8.
Yeah, nice play by Murray. A big guard who was unafraid to mix it up inside.
Here's Pippen. Tipped. Out of bounds. Hornets ball as Charlotte keeps possession. From the inbound. And it's good as he snugs it right through the net. Pacers leading by 5. Murray passes to Ilgauskas. Now Nembhard. On the take. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. And certain guys are just solid with what they do. Doris, I think that applies to Andrew Nembhard.
Yeah, I think it does, B.A., because whenever he's out there, there's the steadying presence he brings. And that is while competing at a high level on the defensive end. His competitive toughness might be his best attribute.
He misses the free throw. And he's good on the second. 52 seconds left in the first. Here's Thunder. Moody defends. Drives to the hoop. They get it back. Green, the pass to Pippen. This one for 3. And Green, good for 3.
Well, just so good at recognizing, hey, perhaps it's my opportunity from distance now.
Murray passes to Nembhard. Fast break. Here come the Hornets. He goes up. Oh, a huge slam. An exclamation point on that break.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
And Nurkic throws it down. And the chess match continues.
7 lead changes already, and we're still in the first half.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. It's the Hornets leading by a point. And quarter number 2 will get underway just after this short break. And welcome back, everyone, to second quarter action of this NBA play-in game. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from Charlotte?
It's all about the strong inside-out game in the first period. It really helped them get some clean looks down low.
It is great when you can get that established early because to me it opens up every other aspect of your game.
On the floor for Charlotte, they've got Kobe Bryant, and it's Duren in at the 4 spot. Bryant, right side. 6 to shoot. Fade away. The Monster grabs the miss. The Monsters got rebound number 5 here tonight. Indiana shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And he makes both free throws. Charlotte trailing. Down low. And Camby pulls it down. Here's Maxey. No points so far. The Monster, the pass to Miller. Here's the floater. Here's Rizachet. Miller outside. Launches it. The Hornets shooting 40% from the field in this one. Pass to Duren. Here's Robertson. Maxey covering. 5 on the clock. Here's Bryant. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Bryant's got 6.
Defensively, they've got to get more bodies in the paint. That's 3 straight field goals from below the free throw line.
Miller against Bryant. Inside. Here's Maxey. Talking about Tyrese Maxey, Grant, here's a guy who's improved every year.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, from averaging 8 as a rookie to 26 points during his breakout 4th year, Maxey has added to his game every offseason and turned himself into an elite scorer.
The first one falls.
You really can't understate the energy Maxey brings to his game. Not just effort level, but his attitude and how that spreads to his guys out there.
Both free throws good from Maxey.
The way he's shooting free throws tonight, you simply don't want to put him there.
Pass to Unseld. Here's Robertson. Maxey covering. Here's Robertson. And it's in there. Robertson's gotten his 2nd bucket of the game. Oh, man, this has been an absolute battle in the first half.
Each team trying to establish itself. The lead just keeps going back and forth.
Back to Maxey. Puts up a 3. They get it again. Pass to Rizachet. And here is Maxey. Making a mark on the offensive end, scoring around 13 a game. Here's Unseld. Good work there as it goes. Timeout. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Hornets.
I must say their defensive intensity has been impressive so far, really making it hard for the offense to hold on to the ball.
You know, also, they've been incredible on the fast break, taking those chances, playing with great pace.
Now, for those joining us now, we're in the 2nd quarter, about 3 minutes gone by. Maxey passes to Miller. Sinks it from distance. Miller's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
What a beautiful stroke from range. Defensively, you've got to try to take him out of his comfort zone.
To the inside. And he slams it in one-handed.
Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage in a close game. Those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
You gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
Pass to Parrish. Here's Robertson. And a miss there on the triple. Indiana has gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the 2nd. Maxey passes to the monster. Here's Camby to the paint. The floater, and it's Maxey missing. Here's Robertson. He's got 6. Pass to Duran. Bryant outside. Here's Robertson. Maxey covering. Shot clock at 6. Duran with it. From deep three-point land. Indiana with a rebound. Camby's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Maxey passes to the monster. Now here's Miller. Covered by Bryant. Pass to the monster. A chance there to take the lead, but a miss. For Charlotte, they've gotten 4 of 8 shots to drop in the 2nd. In transition, here they come! Maxey passes to Miller. Here's the monster. 8 points in his last time out. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
His hang time on the rim puts a sweet cherry on top, B.A.
It's a close game, and those displays of explosiveness can jumpstart a team. And we've got a timeout called by Charles Lee. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. To the middle. Outside for Henderson. Here's Robertson. He's guarded by Nembhard. Indiana leading. Murray's shot is good. Murray's got 10 points.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Pass to Robertson, and the call will be against Andrew Nembhard. That's his first foul. Watson, he's checked in for Indiana. Pacers on D. Now here's Green. Clock at 6. To get back on track. Rebounded by Ilgauskas. And so Murray will bring it up for Indiana. They lead by 4. Watson passes to Nembhard. Murray against Henderson. And Nurkic with the block.
Boy, that's great anticipation by Yusuf Nurkic. He saw what they were trying to do and snuffs it out.
Here's Pippen. Oh, hey! How about that?
Oh, man. He got fancy with that finish.
He may be trying to provide the spark they need to break this one open. Oh, doing damage above the rim. That was our AT&T 5G slam cam. Pass to Nembhard. And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen.
Well, that's his second foul. Does he take a more cautious approach here the rest of the half?
Charlotte has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. Green, a screen. Here's Pippen. He's guarded by Nembhard. That evens the score. Pippen's got 8.
Give him credit. Improving in the second quarter. Just great adjustments.
Outside Watson. Pass to Ilgauskas. On the wing, Nembhard. Moody from outside. Ooh, the smooth 3 from Moody.
Boy, major defensive lapse on that trip, leaving him all alone in three-point territory, and he drills it.
He takes it in. Here's Pippen. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. 10 points for him.
Good job attacking. Those restricted area shots are what every NBA team is looking for.
Outside Moody. Rebounded by Green.
Boy, if you're going up against this guy in this close a range, you've got to defend with everything you've got. A tremendous job defensively.
Here's Thunder. Knocks down the long J. Thunder's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. Murray passes to Ilgauskas. Nembhard outside. They kick it out to Murray. From behind the arc. And the rebound goes to the Hornets.
He has that confidence rolling, hitting 2 threes in the first, but he hasn't had one since.
Here's Pippen. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. It goes on Peyton Watson. Charlotte shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. Indiana making a switch here. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. 24 seconds left in the second period. Murray deciding where to go with it. Inside. Here's the monster. And miss after miss right now. Fires away from way outside. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Hornets out in front. They're up by 4. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
This is some retro hoops, pounding the ball inside with intent. Man, I know you love this, big fella.
No need.
And looking at where the Hornets appreciate you joining.
And welcome back to the action in the third quarter of this all-important play-in game. Charlotte leading by 4. We got Risache. Tyrese Maxey is out there with Miller. And it's Camby in at the 5 down low. That's the 5 for the Pacers. Here's the pick. Here's Bryant. And Camby pulls it down. Camby's got 7 rebounds in the game. Miller outside. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. That one on Duren.
No debate there. He got hammered.
That's good for Miller. Miller hits them both. Well, the Hornets shooting the rock well at 46%. Out left to the wing. Here's Robertson. Maxey covering. Robertson's shot is off. Indiana shooting just 37% so far in this one. And out on the wings, Zach Risache has so many things scouts are looking for these days.
Yeah, B.A., this guy has tremendous potential as a two-way threat. Great length, good athleticism, and his jump shot could be elite.
Basket's good. Bryant's got 8.
They're just taking what the defense gives them. And right now, that's the interior.
Pass to the monster. Miller with it. Here's the monster. Lays it up and banks it in. 11 points in the game.
Assertive move. You can tell the game's heating up a bit.
Here's Robertson. He has 6. On the wing, Bryant. 6 on the shot clock. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Shooting 2.
And he drops the first. And so he makes both from the line. Into the third. 2 minutes in now. Pass to Maxey. Miller, he's open. And he buries that one. Back rim and in. Miller's got 11.
This team trusts Maxey to make good decisions with the ball.
And it's Charles Lee calling timeout here. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. Second half of play here with just under 2.5 minutes passed. Down low. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
There is an imagination, a creativity. This guy's passing drives the offense.
Pass to Miller. For three, Maxey sends it home from three-point land. He's got 5.
And just so good at playing at high speed. Maxey gets the ball and takes the fast shot.
Here's Robertson. Knocked loose. It's stolen by Maxey. Here's Rizachet, averaging around 6 a game. Miller outside. For the lead. He hits the back iron and sinks it. Miller's got 6 in the quarter.
Boy, excellent start to the second half. They've missed just once in 5 attempts.
Pass to Duran. Here's Unseld. And here's Bryant, guarded by Miller. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
And this will be his 3rd and 4th free throws of the game here.
2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And both free throws good for Bryant. Here's Maxey. 5 points in the game. Pass to the monster. Here's Rizachet. Let's go with a 3. Another 3 for Indiana.
So good off the catch. The defense has to guard Rizachet better than this.
Bryant right side. And yep, it's good. Bryant's got 8 points in the quarter.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
Pass to Duran. Here's Bryant inside. Guarded by Miller. And there's Bryant. That's good. On the assist by Duran.
I'll tell you, this guy is proving to be a problem for the defense. In this quarter, he has been special.
Maxey passes to the monster. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a 3-point play.
Sometimes with that much of a height advantage, resistance is futile.
He's made all of his free throws to this point. 3 of 3. For Charlotte, they've gone 4 of 6 from the floor in this third quarter. Pass to Pippen. Four on the clock. Indiana with a rebound. Left side, Maxey. Here's Ilgauskas. Pass to Rizachet. Fires for 3. Rebounded by Nurkic. To the paint. Bryant, the pass to Duran. Kicks it out to Bryant. Tries again. And he lays it up and in. Bryant's got 12 points here in the second half.
Yeah, usually Duran is more of a finisher, but being selfless with the ball is a good thing for him in the long run.
Maxey passes to Miller. Here's the monster. Miller, a screen on Duran. Here's the monster. Oh, he drains it. His 6th making 9 tries so far.
Well, the advantage they have right now is largely based on his play. What an outstanding night.
Pass to Bryant. Lets it go from deep. Connects from downtown. Bryant's got 21.
He's putting on a show this quarter, and the team's feeding off his energy.
Miller outside. Back to Maxey. Here's Rizachet. Here's the monster. 16 points for him. Ilgauskas' shot is off. To the middle. Here's Pippen. It's rebounded by Indiana.
And that closeout certainly made a difference.
Well, no question. He altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking it.
Pass to Rizachet. Deflected!
Yeah, anytime you put the ball up near Duren, there's a chance it ends up back in your face.
Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot two. And Doris, at 7 feet tall and almost 300 pounds, Jusuf Nurkic often is the biggest human on the court.
B.A., we might as well refer to him as the immovable object. This guy has slimmed down. He's in incredible shape. But Nurkic is an old-school big, and he is a force to be reckoned with around the rim, not just because of that size and strength, but because of his skill as a passer and a finisher.
If they keep hitting free throws at this clip, it'll help them seal the deal.
Nurkic hits them both.
Well, you love the competitiveness you get nightly from Jusuf Nurkic. The other thing you love is commitment to team, willing to back up teammates.
Nembhard outside. The Hornets pull it in. Nurkic has got 4 rebounds in the game. Henderson outside. Pass to Thunder. Outside. Green. There's a screen by Nurkic. And there's the lob. And Nurkic throws it down.
He doesn't have to go far to get above the rim. Jusuf Nurkic, easy work.
Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Here's the monster. Picked by Murray. Outside Moody. Pass to Ilgauskas. A shot to stop the run. And so he draws the foul. Headed to the line to shoot a pair. All right, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Hornets.
They've been all about high percentage looks in this game, working the ball inside and doing whatever it takes to get it to go.
I think tonight has also, guys, been about the lost art of the mid-range jumper. If you utilize that in-between game right, there's plenty of value in it.
And he makes the first.
And we've seen some good free throw shooting in the second half.
And Charlotte making a change here. Both good from the line that time.
Boy, a really soft touch on display. It is a luxury to have a big man who can hit from the line at a consistent rate.
Here's Thunder. Moody defends. It's deflected. On the wing, Murray. 10 points for him. To the inside, Ilgauskas.
With all the attention that Murray gets, smart by Jamal to dish it on that play.
The Hornets with a lead. Here's Thunder. He's been productive, averaging just over 7 points a game. No good on the three.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Inside, and stolen by Green. Pass to Pippen, takes a three, and that one's good. And Green with the assist. Green's got 4 assists now tonight. Here's the monster. Green covering. Three-quarters of play and a close one here. Hornets out in front, up by 3. All right, we're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of quarter number 4 next. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
You talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And we welcome you back as we head into the 4th quarter of this decisive play-in game. Fourth quarter on the court for the Hornets. They've got Kobe Bryant, and it's Thunder in at the small forward position. Pass to Miller, down to 5 on the shot clock. Parked it down low that time, got hit with the 3-second call.
Boy, not on the same page there, and in a possession ball game, that's a big mistake.
The Hornets making a switch here. Duran's checked in. Here's Robertson. Back to Bryant. Pass to Robertson. Now Duran. Just 5 on the clock. Miller comes with a double. Charlotte needs to get one up in a hurry. And here's Bryant outside. Pacers trail by 3. Here's Miller. Back to Maxey. Miller outside. Risache, he's checked in for Murray. About 1 minute played here in the fourth quarter. To the middle. Here's Miller. Excellent D there from Bryant.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chippy.
And that one's good. Parrish. Here's Miller. Pass to Maxey. Back to Miller. Releases. Duran with a rebound. Duran's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
Well, that's just inconsistency from him, and it's happened all night, and it hasn't helped their cause.
6 to shoot, and here's Bryant. Miller pulls it in. Pass to Maxey. Throws it up high.
He may give up a little size, but has the bounce to hold his own.
Here's Robertson. Bryant outside to the paint. Ooh, it's stolen away. Looking to get back on track. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
That's good for Miller. Miller hits them both.
He's forcing the action now, finally getting to the charity stripe after no freebies in the first half.
Pass to Bryant. Over Miller. Again, the miss by the Hornets. And so it's Maxey who brings up the ball for the Pacers. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Here's Ilgauskas, covered by Duran. Just 5 to shoot, and there's the screen. Here's Maxey. Here's Camby. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. 4-3. Gets the 3 to fall.
Their long-range shooting since halftime has been as strong as you could hope for.
Maxey passes to Miller. Maxey with a screen on Bryant. Jacks up a 3. And Indiana misses again.
Well, he hasn't proven to be much of a floor spacer for them. He had the 1-3, but that was back in the first half.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Pass to Maxey. Lots of room. And all around the rim that time before dropping. Miller's gotten 4 this quarter.
And that was the right decision. When you're in need of a bucket, you go to your most trusted guys.
Well, you've got to earn trust and equity by making shots. Nice delivery there.
Maxey finds Miller. Maxey with a screen on Bryant. Miller can't get it to go.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
Pass to Robertson. The rebound by Maxey.
Boy, this guy just can't buy a bucket, and yet they have the advantage.
Miller outside. Maxey with a screen on Bryant. Here's Miller. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. That one on Duren.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
That's good for Miller. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Charlotte leading by 3. Pass to Bryant. Here's Robertson. Shoots over Maxey. Again the miss by the Hornets. Now here's Miller. He's covered closely. Maxey passes to the monster. Outside Maxey to tie it up. Duren with a rebound. Duren's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's Unseld, guarded by Miller. Pass to Bryant. Wide open look. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Bryant's got 26 points.
Well, this guy plays with such confidence and ability to score in a variety of ways. Nice.
Here's Camby. Outside Maxey. Three-pointer. Hits the trifecta.
He deked the defenders there, and they thought Maxey was going to dish to a big, but instead, he kept it and scored.
Bryant outside. And he lobs it up to the rim. Pass to Miller, to the inside, the monster.
Got to give him credit for jumping on the ball and making the most at the other end.
Boy, inexcusable at this point of the game. They got to be more composed in these moments.
Boy, in a tight game like this, that can change the whole tone. It helps your opponent get into a little bit of a rhythm.
Down low. Here's Robertson. Indiana with a rebound. Camby's got 9 rebounds now. Pass to Maxey. Here's Miller. Drains the triple. Now it's a 3-point Indiana lead.
They're fortunate to be leading after shooting below 40% in the first half.
The Hornets have gone 4 for 10 in the fourth. And we've got a timeout called by Charles Lee. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. Pippen, he's checked in for Charlotte. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Charles Lee said to the team. Coach was blunt with his assessment. He said to throw out everything that happened until now. It is a brand new game, and it's only a few minutes. Leave it out on the floor. Back to you guys.
Appreciate the report, Allie. And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Pacers.
Well, they have owned the offensive perimeter throughout this game, finding lots of openings and turning them into big shots.
The other thing that's been impressive is really just relentless driving the basketball. Doesn't matter if the defense is there, they are challenging them and getting it done.
Count it, good. Bryant's got 29 points.
This continues to be a battle. The lead is within reach.
Yeah, but that's been elusive. They've missed a few plays along the way that they'd love to have back.
Bryant against Miller. Shot clock at 5. The monster, the pass to Maxey. Now the Hornets moving it up. Here's Robertson. It's rebounded by Indiana. Camby's got 11 rebounds in the game. Maxey passes to the monster. Here's Rizachet. Back to Maxey. And he's going for the lob.
Beautiful setup on the alley-oop.
Great catch, great flush. Hornets trail by 4. Bryant outside. Floats one, and the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
Well, the touch and the focus, what a pretty move in the lane. You must embrace the pressure and knock down critical free throws. Nicely done.
Pass to the monster. Fades. No good off the glass. Charlotte has got 6 out of 15 threes so far in this game. Unseld. And that misses. That would have put him up. And so it's Maxey with it. He brings it up for the Indiana Pacers. It's a 1-point game. To the paint. Curran with a steal. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Unseld. And they recover it. Here's Parrish. Charlotte again missing. And they foul intentionally. Now they're going to have to do that again. They're not in the penalty just yet.
Getting a little desperate at this stage. I mean, the clock's the big factor.
There's 21 seconds left in the final quarter. And so they foul intentionally. So the first one drops, and that'll put him up 2. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
A bit of heroics at the line right there as he bumps their lead to 3 and makes things a little easier for them defensively.
Here's Bryant. Releases from 15, and it's in. And that one brings them within 1.
Big-time shot, sending his teammates into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together, everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
Yeah, and there's no question they have to foul. Now, I'm sure they would have preferred to avoid it.
15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Robertson to tie it up. Misses the 3. And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible. And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. And the second of 2 is good. And that gives him a 4-point cushion. Fires from way outside. No good. And the Indiana Pacers get the big-time win. And they had to bounce back from a tough loss in their first play-in game. So this truly was a season-saving victory.
And it
you.